Hello students, today we discuss new chapter Laplace transform. This is the part 1. Let's start with the definition of Laplace transform. If f of t is a function of t defined for all t greater than or equal to 0, then integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt is defined as the Laplace transform of f of t provided the integral exists, and it is denoted by capital L of f of t, and capital L f of t is equal to f of s, or we can define as f bar s, is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. This is the definition of Laplace transform. Students, there are some formulas of Laplace transform. First, we prove sum of formula. First, we prove that Laplace of 1 is equal to 1 by s. So let's start the proof. First, start with the definition or the formula of Laplace transform. This is the Laplace of f of t is equal to integration 0 to infinity raised to minus st f of t. Here our function of t is the constant function, that is 1. So apply 1 in the place of function of t. So again apply 1 in the place of f of t, the right hand side. So that is integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into 1, that is e raised to minus st dt. Now the integration of e raised to minus st is e raised to minus st upon minus s, 0 to infinity. By putting the upper limit and lower limit, we get the solution e raised to minus infinity is 0. So first apply the upper limit e raised to minus infinity 0 minus e raised to minus 0 upon minus 1, that is minus minus plus. So our final answer is 1 by s. So this is the Laplace of 1 is equal to 1 by s. Okay. Let's prove one more formula, that is Laplace of e raised to minus at is equal to 1 by s plus a. Students, if here we have minus sign, then in the denominator there is plus. Okay, this is easy to recall. This is easy to memorize. Here both the sign are opposite. So let's start the proof. Again start with the definition of Laplace transform. Laplace of f of t is equal to 0 to infinity raised to minus f of t dt. Now our function f of t in this case is e raised to minus at. So apply in the place of f of t e raised to minus at. Okay, here both the base is same. So by adding the power we get e raised to minus, if we get minus t common, then in the bracket s plus a. Okay, now by doing integration e raised to minus s plus a into t upon minus s plus a, and the limit is 0 to infinity. By applying upper limit minus lower limit, same as the previous, e raised to minus infinity is 0 minus e raised to minus 0 is 1, and minus minus plus, so 1 upon s plus a is our final answer. Students, if we have given e raised to at, see this is the minus a, but if we have given plus positive a, if we have given Laplace of e raised to at, then our formula is 1 upon s minus a. I told you both are opposite sign. So if you have given e raised to at, then the formula become 1 upon s minus a. Okay, do yourself at home for your practice. Now the another formula, that is prove that Laplace of sine at equal to a upon s square plus a square. Once again start with the formula or the definition of Laplace transform. Now our function is sine at. A function of f of t is sine at. So e raised to minus at sine at dt. Now what to do for the integration of exponential and the sine term? Okay, you already learned this formula in previous standard. Once I recall you, when you have exponential term and sign, and if you want to integrate this term, then e raised to minus st, keep it same. Multiple of t is minus s, so minus s square, that is just s square. And the multiple of t in the form of, in the term of sign, that is a, so a square. So here you have to put e raised to minus st or whatever your exponential term, keep the same. And in the denominator, in your exponential terms, the multiple of t, you have to put here the multiple of t square, and the in the term of sign, multiple of t, again you have to put here multiple of t square, that is a square. So e raised to minus st square plus a square, and here minus s, this s, multiple of t of exponential term, here sin 80 minus multiple of t of sine term, that is a cos 80. Students, when you have sine, then in between the minus sign. Okay, first you have to put the multiple of t from the exponential term, then you have to put the multiple of t from the sine term, and first sin 80 minus cos 80. Similarly, if you have given cos, then first cos, then sine, and in between positive sign. Okay, so let's continue with this example. Now apply the upper limit and lower limit as e raised to minus infinity is 0. So e raised to 0 into anything is 0. So first term is 0. And when you apply 0, that is e raised to 0, e raised to minus 0 is 1. Sine 0 is 0. And cos 0 is 1. So 0 minus a into 1. Minus a into 1, that is minus a. So minus minus plus, and your final answer is a upon s square plus a square. Dear students, similarly you prove for the cos 80, and for cos 80 your formula will be s upon s square plus a square. Again I repeat, for cos 80 your formula become s upon s square plus a square. Now for the next formula, sin hyperbolic 80. First start with the definition. Apply function of t is sin 80. Now here e raised to minus st, and formula of sin hyperbolic 80 is e raised to 80 minus e raised to minus 80 by 2. By simplifying we get, if 2 is common, and by simplifying we get e raised to minus st into e raised to 80 dt. Similarly e raised to minus st into e raised to minus 80 dt. Okay, now when here base is same, so by adding the power in both the terms, by integration we get this formula, and by applying upper limit and lower limit, we get 1 upon s minus a minus 1 upon s plus a, and by doing simplification finally we get a upon s square minus a square. So as you we already proved for e raised to minus st and e raised to minus 80. Okay, that is 1 upon s plus a in our previous slide. And I told you that for e raised to plus 80 we get 1 upon s minus a, and this is the final answer. Similarly you can do for the cos hyperbolic 80, and that is s upon s square minus a square. Now the next formula is Laplace of t raised to n is equal to n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. Start with the definition. Here our function is t raised to n. So for the integration of e raised to minus st t raised to n, it is not quite easy, or it is possible to do. So for first we convert this function into the convenient form for the integration. For that let's assume or put st is equal to x. So the derivative of t, that is dt, and derivative of x, that is dx. So dt is equal to dx here by s. So now substitute this value in this when now you to convert your variable t into the x. So when your limit of t is 0, x is again 0, and when your limit is t is infinite, x is also infinite. So your lower and both upper limit both are same for the change of x variable. So e raised to minus st, that is e raised to minus x. T is x by s. So in the place of t you have to put x by s whole raised to n, and your dt is dx by s. Now s raised to n into s. So in denominator you have s raised to n plus 1. So just keep outside the integration, because your integration is with respect to x. This is the constant. So you can write as 1 upon s raised to n plus 1. Integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x, x raised to n dx. Students, this is the formula for gamma n plus 1. Gamma n plus 1 upon s raised to 1. Now, if n is a positive integer, gamma n plus 1 is equal to n factorial, and therefore uh, Laplace of t raised to n is equal to n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. Okay, so these are some formula for the Laplace transform. Now apply this all formula for solving examples. Uh, of, Before that, let's uh, find out the Laplace transform of the discontinuous function f of t equal to t 0 less than t less than 1 and equal to 0 when t is greater than 1. So again start with the formula of Laplace transform. Here for the limit 0 to 1, our function of t is t, and for 1 to when greater than 1, that is 1 to infinity, our function of t is 0. So second term will be 0, and the integration of first term as per the rule of integration of uv, t keep it same, integration of e raised to minus st is e raised to minus st upon minus s. The derivative of t is 1, and the integration of e raised to minus st upon minus s, that is e raised to minus st by s square. Now put the limit, upper limit is 1 and your lower limit is 0. By applying the limit, you get this answer, and by simplifying, this is your final answer. Second example, for again the discontinuous function, start with the definition, apply your function 0 for the limit 0 to pi, and for pi to infinity your function is sin t. So now by integrating e raised to minus st sin t, and by applying the limits you get this answer, but sin pi is 0 and cos pi is minus 1, so minus minus plus, so this is our final answer. Now find the Laplace transform of sin 2t into sin 3t. Now multiply and divide by 2 and apply 2ss formula, that is sin 2t minus sin 3t cos 2t minus 3t, and cos 2t plus 3t. So by applying the 2ss formula we get the Laplace of cos t minus cos phi t by 2. Now the 1/2 Laplace of cos t and Laplace of cos phi t. Now, cos t is s upon s square plus 1, and for Laplace of cos phi t is s upon s square plus a square. Our a is 5, that is square of phi is 25. Okay, so both are same. So Laplace of sin 2t sin 3t is the final answer. For the next example, find the Laplace transform of 2 plus 4 e raised to minus 3t plus t raised to 5 by 3 plus 7 sin t. So 2, apply Laplace for the individual term. So 2 Laplace of 1, 4 Laplace of e raised to minus 3t, Laplace of t raised to 5 by 3, 7. Laplace of sin t. Laplace of 1 is 1 by s. Laplace of e raised to minus 3t, that is our e raised to minus at. We proved this formula, that is 1 upon s plus a. Our a is 3, so 1 upon s plus 3. For t raised to n plus 5 by 3, here this is the fractional form, so gamma 5 by 3 plus 1, gamma n plus 1, that is gamma 5 by 3 plus 1 upon s raised to 5 by 3 plus 1. And the formula of Laplace of sin t is, our a is 1, so 1 upon s square plus 1. Now 1 by s, keep it same, 1 upon s plus 3, keep it same. But for gamma 5 by 3 plus 1, we can write as, this is n gamma n plus 1, and we can write as n gamma n, that is 5 by 3 gamma 5 by 3 upon s raised to 8 by 3. Okay, 5 by 3 gamma 5 by 3 upon s raised to 8 by 3. And this 5 by 3 we represent as 2 by 3 plus 1, gamma 2 by 3 plus 1. So again we can write n gamma n, that is 2 by 3 gamma 2 by 3. And this is our final answer, because we can't represent this gamma in the form of now gamma n plus 1. So this is our final answer. Now find the Laplace transform of e raised to 3t plus 3. Laplace of e raised to 3t plus 3. So we can write as Laplace of e raised to 3 into e raised to 3t. Here e raised to 3 is the constant term. So e raised to 3, Laplace of e raised to 3t, and Laplace of e raised to at is 1 upon s minus a, that is 1 upon s minus 3. First shifting theorem, students. See, if this is a statement of the first shifting theorem, if Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s, then Laplace of e raised to minus at f of t equal to f of s plus a. It may be negative, it may be positive. If this a is negative, then the answer is positive. If this a is positive, then in this answer is negative. So this is the general formula. But if with the function of t, if there is any exponential term, it may be negative, it may be positive, then the answer become, if negative exponential term, then answer become f of s plus a. If a positive exponential term, then answer become f of s minus a. So let's start with the definitions. Now Laplace of function of t e raised to minus at. So by adding the power, now this we can represent as f of s plus a. This is the theorem, first shifting theorem. Okay, so let's start the examples. Find the Laplace transform of exponential term into the function of t. So first you have to find the Laplace of function of t. That is 2 Laplace of cos phi t minus 3 Laplace of sin phi t. Now the Laplace of cos phi t is s upon s square plus 25. Laplace of sin phi t is a upon s square plus a square, that is 5 upon s square plus 25. So by simplifying we get the final answer. This we can again simplify, that is 2s minus 15 is equal to s square plus 25. Okay, but before that, by the first shifting theorem, see, this is the only answer of Laplace of function of t. But what about the into e raised to minus 3t? For that you have to apply the first shifting theorem. So for Laplace of e raised to minus 3t into function of t, you have to apply first shifting theorem, and that is, this a is negative, so answer become positive. That is, whenever as you have in the answer, you have to put s plus a. So your a is 3. So 2s plus 3 upon s plus 3 the whole square plus 25. Similarly, s plus 3 the whole square plus 25. Okay, by simplifying we get this answer. So this is our final answer. So let's check one more example. Find the Laplace transform of e raised to t raised to minus 1 half. So the Laplace of t raised to minus 1 half, that is gamma n plus 1 upon s raised to n plus 1. See, here our n is minus 1 half. Minus 1 half plus 1, that is 1 half. So this is the answer by gamma n plus 1. This is the negative, here the positive. Positive by gamma n plus 1 method. Your n is minus 1 half. Gamma n plus 1, your n is minus 1 half. So minus 1 half plus 1, that is 1 half. Gamma 1 half is root pi. Gamma 1 half is root pi. So root pi by s raised to 1 half. So that is root s. By shifting theorem, uh, Laplace of e raised to t raised to minus 1 half. This is the positive. Multiple of t is positive. 1. So in your answer, you become negative. That is s minus 1. So this is your final answer. For the next example, find the Laplace transform of cos 2t sin t upon e raised to minus t. So by multiply and divide by 2 and apply 2cs formula, that is s minus s, and the Laplace of here 1 half e raised to t sin 3t minus e raised to t sin t. So Laplace of sin t is 1 upon s square plus 1, sin 3t is 3 upon s square plus 9. So Laplace of cos 2t sin t upon e raised to minus t is equal to this. So by first shifting theorem, uh, the, in the answer of sin 3t, you have to, this is the positive. So, so by fault this is positive, this is positive, so your answer become negative, that is s minus 1 whole square, and again here s minus 1 whole square, and by simplifying you get the answer. Second shifting theorem, uh, if Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s, then and g of t is equal to f of t minus a, where t greater than n, and equal to 0 where t less than n, then Laplace of g of t is equal to e raised to minus as f of s. So find the Laplace transform of g of t is equal to e raised to t minus a, t greater than a, is equal to 0, t less than a. This is our example. Now find the solution. Here for this, what is our function of t? Our function of t is e raised to t. As per the second shifting theorem, Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s, and that is uh, Laplace of f of t is e raised to t. So that is 1 upon s minus 1. So by second shifting theorem, Laplace of g of t is e raised to minus as into f of s, and e raised to minus as into f of s. This is our final answer. And uh, thank you so much. Feel free to contact me for any doubt. Thank you.